Morning, welcome back. I heard a rumor about the guy running this channel. He was actually drafted for 6 years to work retail in a mall. Nothing has humbled me more than my time in the service industry. It definitely made me into the person I am today. Dealing with rude customers, bad coworkers who would never leave me alone when I was on break, watching people battle royale over the last makeup palette, and of course the measly, depressing paychecks. Even the envelope my pay stubs came in would laugh at me. If you know, you know. Minimum paying retail jobs are where resilient personalities made of steel are forged.
Are you open?
Read the sign.
If you've had one at any point in time, just know you'll be okay. Things will be okay. Unless you get trapped in retail hell, where you'll slowly turn into a shell of your former self, repeating the same NPC dialogue until retirement age. Anytime a retail manager sees someone holding their 2 weeks notice, the entire store will be on lockdown. Breaking out of prison might be easier. I also remember my time as a customer back in the day when bills and being a productive member of society was the least of my worries. Department stores were my favorite place to hang whenever my parents would do their shopping. If you didn't play hide and seek in the Sears clothing section with your friends, you were missing out, man. The vibes in these places was cozy, but also kind of weird. Where else are you gonna find carpeted floors, a showroom that's all couches, next to imported coffee grinds and YSL lipsticks? If there was a liminal space contest, department stores would be in the top 5. They either look like they're on the verge of shutting down, or a hurricane just ripped through the store and tried on every single piece of clothing. Once I got older and became aware of money, I did a lot of my shopping at discount department stores. Your Winners and Marshalls to be exact. No salespeople to bother me, great deals on mid to high-end brand name stuff. As a student on a budget, these are my favorite places to shop because it felt like I was saving money at the same time. As my French teacher would say, Il arrondit ses fins de mois. You can find out what that means thanks to our sponsor, Monly. Whether you're traveling abroad or looking to level up your language skills, now's the best time to check out Monly during their summer sale. By clicking the link in the description, monly.app/Edvasian, you'll get 65% off lifetime access to 41 languages you can learn. Monly is one of the top 5 language learning apps in the world, with over 125 million downloads. I'm planning on visiting places I've never been before this year, specifically Korea and Japan. Being able to dabble in the Monly app whenever I have time has been a great addition to my pre-trip routine. You know what they say, always make sure you can ask where food is and where the toilet is in that country's language. I like how you can choose your lessons based on situations. Makes the learning experience way more practical, so you're not focusing your time on sentences you'll rarely use. But who knows, I might end up having a niche question like, who's the interior designer who decorated this airport? Whenever I try speaking a new language, locking down the accent is the hardest part. The written test is a breeze, the speaking test is always a struggle. All of the audio material on Monly are recorded by fluent speakers.
Encantado de conocerte.
So you know you're coming out of your lessons with a natural sounding accent. Thanks again to Monly for sponsoring today's video. The state of department stores has never been weirder. With the danger of bankruptcy looming over everyone's heads, resellers basically living in TJ Maxx's and Ross's because of how much time they spend in there. The vibes have turned from cozy to crazy.
I purchased the bag.
Yes,
you see
and
that?
I understand your feeling. I understand what you're saying. I would also want my
I don't
item back.
care.
A guy can't peacefully browse the home decor section and live out his wine mom fantasy anymore. Tonight's wine tasting has been rescheduled to right now. Yes, for God's sakes, someone open a bottle please, and pour some for the employees too. This is how we cope with people making prank content in one aisle, right next to someone live streaming themselves, buying up all the Hello Kitty blankets to resell on eBay. By the way, pretty sure that lady over there didn't walk into this Ross's with 3 handbags on her arm. This Ross security guard could have used a wine tasting like yesterday. Well, if she needs a pick-me-up, nothing a little stroll down the home decor section can't fix. Life happens, but wine really helps. If we take a look in the past, department stores had a completely different image. Back in the 1800s, when they first started popping up, department stores were considered a classy party for women to hang out and enjoy themselves. You were encouraged to window shop, try on clothes, enjoy the decor, sample a product or two. It was a fun third space to gather and chat while also getting your shopping done. These stores were huge and they really had everything. You got a bunch of annoying kids plus another one on the way, drop them off at the department store daycare, and then make a quick visit to the emergency room right next to it. I really hope giving birth in a department store got you some free baby clothes at least. The Industrial Revolution really shaked things up by pumping out goods like never before. It became acceptable for women to leave the house and support the economy by spending money on fur coats and fancy hats. Probably on snacks too. I know I'd be hungry after doing all that shopping with all those delicious Krispy Kreme looking hats around me.
Right.
Nowadays, we switched over to buying Hello Kitty collectibles and home decor signs with threatening auras. In this kitchen, we dance. Oh my god. Help! Besides the rowdy experience you'll sometimes have with customers and employees, economy-wise, things are looking pretty rough for all department stores. Thanks to the rise of online shopping and these stores not putting in any effort to evolve with the times. Here's who you can find in the retail graveyard so far. Sears, who filed for bankruptcy in 2018. JCPenney's, a casualty from the pandemic, also had to file for bankruptcy. Macy's, who was the face of successful department stores all over the world, closed 66 stores this year, with plans to close 100 more in the next 3. And my personal favorite, Hudson Bay, who closed every single one of their stores in 2025. RIP to this Canadian landmark. I'm gonna miss your expensive blankets. It really sucks that people in lower classes are losing places to shop. It also doesn't help when department store resellers are buying up all the stock and jacking up all the prices. I'm just trying to have my afternoon walk down the luggage department. Why is that Karen eyeing my basket like she's about to take my things?
I do not. Hello.
You just get a witch.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was literally just grabbing that, but I just don't have a cart, so I was just waiting. Sorry, I'm literally grabbing these right. I'm trying to grab these right now.
I appreciate that, but you don't have a cart either. So
I'm okay. Well, you just grabbed that right in front of me. I thought that was pretty rude. Wow. This woman just grabbed it right in front of me. That was so rude. That was crazy. Okay.
In today's era of hustle culture, where everyone's trying to make a quick buck, retail arbitrage has become a popular career choice people are choosing. It's when individuals buy products from retail stores at a lower price and resell them on other platforms like Amazon and eBay for a profit. Basically a fancier term for reseller, who have always been around even before the internet was born. Anytime there's a trendy item with limited stock, they'll be there. Anyone remember Cabbage Patch dolls from the 80s? These were so popular at the time. Personally, I never really got the appeal of them. Don't really like the vibes they're bringing to the function. They look sticky. About to ask if I got any games on my phone. It's like someone tried making a me character and concentrated all the facial features in the middle.
Oh, who is you?
Well, regardless what I think, these chopped-looking dolls were on every kid's wish list. Except the demand quickly outpaced the supply, and the Cabbage Patch riots became a fun core memory in 1983. Once the doors opened to the droves of people who camped out overnight, it was full-on madness. The police had to be called, a pregnant lady got knocked over, adults were beefing with kids, snatching dolls right out of their hands. A store manager who was actually there said he feared for his life and had to defend himself with a baseball bat. Molly, you in danger, girl. If you were one of the lucky few who were able to get a doll and you popped it on the resale market, people were willing to pay double for one of these moon-faced dolls. You ever tried gua sha? As you can see, we are very prone to mass hysteria anytime something's in limited supply. Now that we got e-commerce and social media right at our fingertips, something can turn into a micro-trend in a matter of hours. In the wild jungle that is department stores, resellers are apex predators, stalking the aisles, ready to pounce on the next unsuspecting item that's about to go viral. They are committed, I'll give them that. When you spend all that time in a home goods, inspiration's only one home decor sign away. Good things come to those who hustle. But not all the time. There's a lot of mixed feelings with resellers. Technically, it is legal. You can find a lot of content by resellers, showing you how they make quick, easy cash. Buy out items people want and sell it for a higher price on multiple platforms. But what happens when a trend dies out and you're left with a bunch of stock you can't even sell anymore? Making this a full-time job is actually quite hard. You don't typically see that side when watching side hustle content. Certain stores have low prices for a reason. They cater to low-income customers. And with all this profit flipping going on, it's not uncommon to see see a $10 thrift store jacket selling on Depop for triple the price.
My dad has the same jacket and it looks exactly like this, and he is constantly working on cars. Normally he burns his old clothes that look like this, edgy and distressed. Looks like an oil change gone wrong to me.
If it's trendy, people will pay, like how Hello Kitty turned TJ Maxx into a battleground for ceramics. This Japanese cat girl has always been an A-list celebrity in terms of sales. Her loyal fan base will buy anything she's offering. In what fandom can you find plushies, mugs, stickers, makeup, right next to a Hello Kitty landline phone, which gets plugged into a Hello Kitty electrical socket, which also powers this Hello Kitty chainsaw. Man, having adult money is just playing Would You Rather every single day. Do I pay my bills, or am I walking out the store with a new taser?
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Once Hello Kitty's 50th anniversary came around, a huge surge of Hello Kitty collectibles started appearing at department stores. And just like sharks waiting for their next meal, resellers could already smell their next prey. There'd be lineups at your local Marshalls before they even opened, with adults ready to storm the place at 9 in the morning. People were trying to grab themselves at least one $20 Hello Kitty blanket before the resellers could get to them. Next thing you know, they're all out of stock and you can only find them on eBay selling for $60.
You resellers, you need to stop. You need to be stopped. These look like they were just put out. I was taking a cute little video of them. I didn't even want one. I was just taking videos of them. Literally the second I left, somebody came up behind me and I was like, oh, another collector. Cool, they got to the blankets. Nope. What is that I see? Oh, but it's probably for your friends and cousins and sisters and brothers, right? Probably not.
There's also this side business of department store live streams, where people stream themselves hunting for popular items in real time and will sell it to the first person who claims it in the comments. Sounds kinda nice if you don't have the time to drive around town looking for one specific thing. You do have to pay a finder's fee though, and pray this random person doesn't scam you.
Bruh, being greedy? How am I being greedy if other people are claiming them? Shut up. Honestly, just shut up.
There's also Hello Kitty ceramic figurines and planter pots selling for double, sometimes even triple the price online. You can't even test out the Marshalls furniture in peace. That sofa chair you're sitting on might actually be a Hello Kitty loot crate a employee or reseller made so they could buy it later.
Oh my freaking god. It's heavy as shit. Oh, this is new. No way they just did this.
I'm astonished too.
Bruh.
The Hello Kitty craze was at its peak in 2024. It's died down a lot since then. The newest trend to take its place are beaded bags made in India. Or so they say. One of the main appeals is the huge selection of styles. It's like finding the Labubu you want. According to Google Trends, US search interest for beaded bag hit its 5-year peak the week of April 6 to 12, 2025, mirroring the bag's first surge on TikTok. That same window marks a 300% year-over-year jump. Add the platform's perpetual appetite for a good hunt and Gen Z's obsession with a microtrend, and you have the perfect storm. Right now, the most popular bags are a lobster and a lemon bag, which both cost around $35. If you weren't lucky enough to grab them at retail price, expect to pay $80, sometimes almost $100 for one. This one's 5% off. I do like a good deal. Hey, no, don't do it. It's a trap. The handmade aesthetic has always been popular. Something that's crafted by hand is generally going to cost more than something made by a machine. Handmade beaded bags selling on Etsy can cost hundreds of dollars, so it makes sense these $35 bags at Marshalls are going viral. Well, actually make it $50 because of microtrend inflation.
They're $50 now. They used to be like $30, $35 max.
If quality isn't your biggest concern, they do look like something you can get off Etsy. The only trade-off, these bags might bite you, as in they will cut your finger if you get too close.
I legit cut myself every time I touch it. Legit cut myself. I don't know if you can the beads are so sharp. It's like not even funny. It's not even worth it to keep it. I have the receipt.
Don't be too surprised when you catch me at a Marshalls sitting on furniture with a bucket of popcorn, people watching all day. Gotta do it while I still can. Cause who knows when the Thanos of retail decides to snap his fingers and the department store population gets cut in half. It's always sad to see a thriving business get worse every year until it eventually disappears. But hey, there's one good side about resellers buying up all the stock. They're single-handedly keeping department stores afloat. I guess. Maybe. Although, what are they gonna do when the newest micro trend dies? And they suddenly have 55 beaded lobsters and 55 beaded lemons in their homes. That is gonna be some nasty seafood boil. Before you take off, tap the like button to make sure your next seafood boil isn't made out of beads. Have a good day, try not to be dumb, and see you in the next one. Thanks again to Monly for sponsoring this video.